I never thought my day would start with a missing sock. But then again, who could predict anything in the bizarre world of intergalactic travel? As I rummaged through my cabin aboard the SS Odyssey, I couldn't help but wonder if space pirates had taken to plundering laundry. "Mara, have you seen my other sock?" I called out to my roommate, whose ability to misplace everything from hairpins to hyperspace coordinates was legendary. Mara popped her head through the door, her curly hair frizzing in all directions. "You mean the one with the little green aliens on it?" "Nope, haven't seen it. Maybe the fabricator ate it." I sighed. "The fabricator doesn't eat socks, Mara. It's supposed to create them. Maybe it has a sock deficiency?" She shrugged with a grin. Mara had a knack for making light of the weirdest situations, and I couldn't help but laugh despite my frustration. Just then, the ship's intercom crackled to life. "All crew to the bridge. Repeat, all crew to the bridge." This is not a drill. Mara and I exchanged glances. "Duty calls," I said, abandoning my search. We dashed to the bridge, where Captain Varys, a tall, stern woman with an air of authority, stood with her arms crossed. The rest of the crew was already assembled, looking anxious. "What's the emergency, Captain?" I asked, slipping into my seat. "We've received a distress signal from a nearby asteroid field. A small transport ship, the Galactica, has been stranded," she said, her voice clipped and professional. "We need to investigate and offer assistance." Mara leaned over to whisper, "Maybe they've got your sock." I elbowed her playfully. "Focus, Mara." As we approached the coordinates, the asteroid field loomed large on the view screen, a chaotic jumble of rock and space debris. The Galactica floated eerily in the midst, its lights flickering. "Establish communication," Captain Varys ordered. After a few tense moments, a frazzled face appeared on the screen. "Thank goodness. This is Captain Lark of the Galactica. Our systems have been compromised, and we're losing life support." "Hang tight, Captain Lark. We're sending over a team," Varys assured him. Mara and I suited up for the spacewalk. "Ready to be heroes?" she asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Always," I replied with a grin, though a small part of me worried about what we might find. We maneuvered carefully through the asteroid field, the silence of space enveloping us. As we docked with the Galactica, the hatch hissed open, and we floated inside. The interior was in disarray. Sparks flew from damaged consoles, and the air was filled with the acrid smell of burnt circuitry. Captain Lark greeted us, looking as if he hadn't slept in days. "Thank you for coming," he said, his voice shaky. "We've been dealing with multiple system failures. It's like the ship has a mind of its own." Mara and I exchanged a glance. "Let's get to work," I said. We split up, Mara heading to the engineering bay while I tackled the life support systems. As I worked, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The ship's failures seemed too deliberate, almost as if— "Mara, do you think someone could be sabotaging the ship?" I asked over the comm. "Wouldn't be the first time," she replied. "Remember the incident on Mars Station? Turned out to be a disgruntled mechanic." I grimaced at the memory. Let's hope it's something less sinister this time. After hours of grueling work, we managed to stabilize the Galactica's systems. Captain Lark sighed in relief as the lights flickered back to full strength. "I don't know how to thank you," he said, shaking our hands. "Just doing our job," Mara said cheerfully. "Now, about that missing sock." I rolled my eyes. "Ignore her, Captain. She's had a long day." Back aboard the Odyssey, we were hailed as heroes. Captain Varys even cracked a rare smile. "Well done, team. You've earned a bit of rest." As we made our way back to our cabin, Mara looked thoughtful. "You know, I bet there's a story behind that sabotage. Think we'll ever find out?" I shrugged. "Who knows? Space is full of mysteries. But for now, let's just enjoy the peace." Later that night, As I crawled into bed, I felt something soft under my pillow. I pulled it out, and there it was, my missing sock, neatly folded. "Mara!" I shouted, laughing. "What did you do?" She peeked in from the hallway, grinning mischievously. Consider it a reminder that even in the chaos of space, some things have a way of finding their way back. And with that, I fell asleep, comforted by the familiar, if slightly bizarre, routine of life among the stars.